Thanks, Nick. Okay, we will start social media questions with a question for Joan. This question is from Seb VB on Instagram. What are you most proud of, the Moto2 titles that you've won or the MotoGP Rookie of the Year?
No, I'm most proud about the world title. It's a better emotion because you are really the first and the best rider of the season, and that's the main thing.
Thanks, Joan. Next question is for Jorge. This is from James Lim on Instagram. James is referring to your smooth as butter and hard riding the hammer logos. Are you able to apply the hammer and the butter riding style to the Ducati? If not, what new riding styles will you adopt and what are your names for them?
Well, when you see me on the TV, it's difficult to appreciate the difference of riding style that I am using in the Ducati compared with the one I use in the Yamaha. But inside, well, on the bike, I feel a lot of difference by myself. I'm using a lot the rear brake, for example. I'm sliding much more. The sliding you can actually look that is much different from the Yamaha. The Yamaha was much more stable on braking. But apart from that, the núcleo, I don't know in English, the general riding style remain the same because everyone have their own, and it's impossible to change that.
Thanks, Jorge. Next question is for Valentino. This is from Quentin Blanchett on Instagram. Do you think that Franco Morbidelli will be as competitive as Joan has been this year in MotoGP next year?
I hope no. A little bit less, if it's possible. No, Johan this year did something very great because he was very, very strong, more or less everywhere. I'm very optimistic about Franco because he's arrived in MotoGP in a good moment. I mean, he's quite ready for ride this bike at the limit. So I think that next year can be competitive. Yes.
Thanks, Valentino. Next question is for Danny. This is from Marge on Twitter. What are you most looking forward to in the off season?
For sure, in the off season, I like to go for a windsurfing trip. I'm really looking for, because you know, during the season I cannot take the time and change the program. So it's one of the things I like to do when I'm relaxed. And obviously, apart from training and all these things and events, but as a personal thing, windsurfing with a trip with friends to do some jumps and some waves. So it's nice.
Thanks, Danny. Okay, to the two fighting for the championship then, and Dovi first. This question is from Siti Hashimar Mod Hanif on Instagram, talking about diet for MotoGP riders. Traveling around the world for your job, do you have a favorite food from a particular country, or do you just stick to Italian food for each round?
No, at the beginning, I mean, I'm Italian, and it was quite difficult to eat different things than Italian style, but now I really enjoy to eat everything I can find in every country. I really love Asian. I mean, you can eat, if you know where you have to go, you can eat good things in over the world. So, I mean, the Italian style I prefer, but I really like when we go into Asia to eat that stuff.
Thanks, Dovi. Finally, on to Mark. This question is from Paul on Facebook. You have broken a lot of records in your career. Is there a particular record that you have your eye on to beat before you one day retire?
No, because all the records that I beat, I didn't know that exist, or I didn't know who have. So I don't want to concentrate in any record. I mean, I want to enjoy it every year. I want to fight for the title every year and keep this mentality and motivation every year.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.